that NPC or that bot really does what it wants. All right. Ah! Alexa, turn on Shadow Shield.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it
hello.
live?
Hello. You cannot possibly want to lay on my neck right now.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
It is live. I just had a weird visual glitch on the screen. All right. Let us do this. And by this, I mean have fun playing.
Yes.
I want something with energy. We'll go with this.
That was all the energy in which I was able to provide.
There we go. The music's working now. Hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you're going to see is going to be live storytelling with the magic of our imagination. We are playing in our own homebrew setting. It is the world of Ilderon. If you want to read more about it, you can go to www.ilderontales.com. No other slashes or anything like that. The website doesn't work if you don't type it in like that. I don't know why. HTTPSs are weird. So I don't get it. I don't understand web design. But if you are under the age of 14 and you do understand web design, you want some unpaid labor. I kid.
No, that's not what you say.
Stop. Talk to your parents. Content's inappropriate for you. Let's jump into a recap of our last session for this group. Oh, this is the Stars and Coin group, by the way. Our last session, I have the 5th. So this was the night of the 5th of Servant. It was the Elstein raid. Which was the party going after the ship. Okay, so it's been a hot second since we played, so I'm going to do kind of like a big recap for this, but not like super big. The party is currently in the nation of Red Axe, which is right over here, in the city of Farport. This is one of the most distant places on the continent and in the world, facing the outer sea. They came here for a festival. During the festival, ships were attacked by a pirate ghost ship. As the party has investigated, they have found out that even before the ghost ship attacked, those ships were sabotaged. They followed leads, they talked to captains, and they found all of the different factions within the city as conflict is brewing. The party has thrown in their lot with the advisor to the port, a Wonderkin woman by the name of Alarel, and choosing to join her in whatever or however the situation unfolds. She has invited them to her inner circle, and the conditions upon which for joining her inner circle was to go and find a criminal that dropped off the radar that her people have been trying to find. A man by the name of Dowie, who killed the Millith, which is the hand of the Ruby Shadow in town, and has assumed his position. Believing that Dowie was now coordinating organized crime in this region, the party went after him. They found out where he was at via his ex-girlfriend that he is clingy and trying to get back. The party organized a raid to raid the ship that he was hiding out on, intending to go in subtly and kidnap him. Unfortunately, things got very hairy very fast as the boat was part of it was exploded. set on fire, and chaos broke out. The companions of the party, their allies and friends, rushed the decks, and a all-out scuffle broke out between the members of the Ruby Alliance and the allies of the party in Farport. As the party dived below decks, they dove below decks and found Dowie. Why is that music not repeating? You have one job. They found Dowie below decks. Oh, I don't like when you do that. Why are you so weird? Sorry, the music's being weird. They found Dowie below decks. He was in a door that led to a demiplane that he was using as his hideout. After killing his mimic glove and his companions, the party was able to capture him alive to bring him back to Alarel. As they exited the demiplane, a mist had consumed the ship, and it was the lone siren. The ghost ship appeared again, attacking the ship, the Elstein, that the party was on. However, this time, the attack seemed much more coordinated as the party could witness it. It didn't appear that the lone siren crew was killing anyone, as they appeared to be after a note that Krishna found on a body in Dowie's hideout. Krishna was able to defend the note and keep it in her hands before getting off the ship, the wreckage of it sinking into the bay. The party got one final glance at a angry-looking lone siren out in the bay, and decided to take Dowie back to Alaril.
Truly looked at it and said, "Not my problem," and left.
Yeah, someone else's problem. So it is the night of the 5th of Scholar. We are currently in Farport. You all are on Dog Spring Road. I think you knocked Dowie unconscious, and I'm pretty sure I rolled the check and it was like 3 hours.
Yes.
That he is currently unconscious. Let me grab my dice. You are all together. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, for the people watching, we do have a new player for us joining tonight, Rob Aroni. Rob, do you want to give 3 sentences about who you are, who you're playing, and a quick description of your character?
Rob, I'm playing Easy Nines Genfer, a orc who is big, oddly intelligent, a big fan of the proletariat, and only has 9 fingers.
All right. Down with the bourgeoisie.
As always.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody minus Rob is on Dog Spring Road. It is the night of the 5th of Servant. You have Dowie's body in tow. As you drag this unconscious man. By the way, I'll be controlling Jamie for the night. As you drag this unconscious man, there are a couple eyes at you, but I mean, there are weirder things in Farport. They're demons that walk the street. People will just kind of like look as you're walking by. Maybe one person will stop you and say, "Hey, I'll sell you a wheelbarrow, 10 or 8 silver pieces."
Nah, he deserves the ground.
Yeah.
So you whole wheelbarrow.
Otherwise, they don't. It's nothing new.
I am
here.
curious, which one of us is dragging him? Because I think we all have negative strength modifiers.
I think it's like we have him in a blanket and we're just all like dragging him.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Toss the
It's
halberd
just-
in with them.
No,
Oh.
don't toss the halberd in there with him. It's gonna tear up the blanket.
Yeah.
Once you guys get, or once Geol gets back to shore, she will come and sling the body over her shoulder.
Oh, good.
Uh, no, but like, can you at least drag him on the ground? He deserves to eat some fucking pavement.
Are the roads paved in Farport?
Or gravel. Either way, I'm happy.
Some are paved, not every road. Geol will say, okay. Drops him on the ground.
You don't have to take her literally.
At which point she'll say, "Oh, sorry." Pick him up, put him back over her shoulder.
Okay.
That said, though, what do you guys want to do? You want to head back to Raster's palace?
Yeah, that's where we were told to bring him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want some music. This jukebox and me are fighting tonight. This is appropriate. All right. You are able to hold on 1 second. I just remembered something. Hey, Sunrise. I'm going to put a night on the. I'm gonna put a night on there. Can you take and?
Why the fuck am I getting so much Minecraft shit on my Twitter?
Thank you. Ah, having a co-DM is wonderful.
That means you have to be okay with my name.
Yeah, whatever you come up with's fine. Sorry about that. Co-DMs are wonderful. If you forget something, you can just make someone else do it. Everybody invest in one today, please. So you all head back to Farport. It is the middle of the night. Fortunately, most of the Wonderkin that are hanging out and living here with Raster don't sleep the whole evening as they trance. Some have begun their meditative trance for the night. Raster's own Yendar guards are patrolling for the evening. That said, they will recognize Geol and let you into the palace premises. Geol's gonna say, well, I mean, if you all are getting invited to the inner circle, you might as well pick out some rooms here. I can show you to where some of the guest quarters are. Lady Alarel normally takes her trance at a few hours right after sundown.
Okay. Sure. Oh, is that so, Leo?
And she's going to take Dowie's body and say, I'll find some place to lock him up.
Okay. His legs are broken, so he can't run.
Well, he can crawl.
Out of the diplomats' quarters that are available here, this estate has 2 rooms that you all can use that are across the hall from each other. You can divide the party however you so desire. Does anyone want to do anything before the evening is up?
If we're getting rooms, I would like to spend time investigating and checking the room, to see like things to like look behind paintings or like some like magical like thing like that. Just be like, are they gonna be watching us inside these rooms?
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. Yeet. 14.
You look around this room. You search, turning over portraits, moving curtains, moving mattresses. For the most part, you don't think you're being watched until you look into the armoire available for you to rest your stuff. As you settle for the evening, knocking on it, you hear it's got a false bottom. You can remove it, and you find a ledger. Upon first glance, it looks like an inventory of everything in the room down to the estimated amount of feathers in your pillow.
Got it. Honestly, I'll put it back as cleanly as I can, put the false bottom back on top, and pretend like I didn't see it.
Okay. Otherwise, your room's pretty well accommodated. Or, it's pretty nice accommodations. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Is there somebody who's going to be bunking up with me?
I
Or are
will.
you two having your own room?
Hope will follow you.
Alright.
Alright, so we got Hope in one room with Laya and Jamie and Krishna in another room. I rolled for you, Laya, for how long that check took you. It was a pretty exhaustive check until your mind was at, or a pretty exhaustive search until your mind was at ease. It did take an entire hour to do.
Cool. I
Hope
am
watched the entire time.
tired. I will be taking a nap now.
All right. That said, we are going to shift focus a little bit, and we're going to scene flip to Ez. Or Easy, I'm sorry.
Easy.
Easy.
Come on.
Yeah, give me 2 sessions. That's what I asked for everyone. I'm also gonna get your name wrong, Robe, because I haven't met you. No, I get. But give me 2 sessions for the name. We're gonna
So
say
the
that
robe got me. The robe got me. It's like my brain shut down.
Sleeping peacefully in another room in Rastorordus's guest quarters is Easy. Or maybe not sleeping. What would Easy be doing at this late hour? Would he be resting up?
Yeah, presumably.
Okay. How about you give us a short description of what he looks like and how he is sleeping, or what's he dreaming about?
Oh, Easy is just draped. You know, if this is a cot, he's taking up all of it. If it's a queen, he's taking up all of it. Like, we're talking, this man definitely, like, has not spent a lot of time in a bed with another human being. He's, like I said, he's big, he's like 6'4", carries it mostly in his upper body. Green eyes, dark, black hair that's, like mostly well kept. Like, it probably needs to be like cut more frequently, but he washes it. And again, you notice his left hand only has 4 fingers. He doesn't have a pinky finger on his left hand. And the ring finger is, intact, but it's, kind of mangled. But yeah, as for dreams, he's dreaming of a glorious future where Red Axe is run by the people for the people. And snores. He snores.
All right. As you are snoring, there is a knock on your door.
He's going to kind of jerk up, but then kind of in one motion, it's like what, and then it spins out of bed. But this is not a graceful motion. He elbow dropped the floor. That's how I need you to imagine what just happened.
All right.
Not purposefully, bam, thud. Then he, gets up, and it's that's totally what he meant to do. And opens the door.
Standing in the hallway before you is Portmaster Raster Ordis. He is in his evening robes, and he's going to say, "You're sleeping?"
Yeah, well, you can't. Well, there are things I do besides, work for you, boss.
He looks over your shoulder for a moment. You see his eyes starting to each item in the room, just a silent count going on his lips, before he says, "Anyway, she woke me up. Has a job for you. Tomorrow, here."
Okay. Any specifics, or is she just gonna hand me a piece of paper and a compass, and I'm just gonna figure it out?
Has Raster read it, and did he understand it? He's gonna I don't know, something about the consummates forces south in our region. They didn't send word to me that they had any deployments here, so I don't know what's going on. She's the one who I've trusted to advise this. I've got matters up coast that I'm focused on. Just whatever she needs, just make sure it gets taken care of.
Out of character, just the fact I only have 9 fingers bother Raster. It feels like he would get miffed by the lack of symmetry.
You know what? I'll roll your percentage die. Above 45, he doesn't look at your fingers.
Good.
Yeah. As you take it, he's gonna look up to the air, or not up to the side, avoiding eye contact.
I make sure to take it with my right hand and I'm shifting it. I've known him long enough to not flaunt it,
He's gonna say, I'd keep an eye out too. She and her lot are up. They just finished their evening trance.
Well, I guess that nap was good while it lasted.
He's going to nod and say, we'll have a payment for you, as always, when you return to town. 120 gold coins sufficient?
Yeah, it should be fine.
He's going to nod and walk off down the hallway.
Okay. Then, since now I'm up, apparently I have work, I'm going to get dressed, and I'm going to neatly make my bed out of respect for the man that owns this house. And then, go make myself present.
Okay. You go looking for Alaril?
Yeah.
She is not normally easy to find in these, or on these, premises. How about you roll me a investigation check?
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. You go searching for Alaril, expecting to either find her in her quarters or any one of the meeting chambers. Her room is empty. It was empty when you arrived here earlier this evening. It is empty now. However, there is a note on her desk that says, "Easy, stay out of my stuff. We'll talk in the morning."
I'm like read the note, kind of give like a look, like, yeah, I'm getting more predictable, and she's spying on me.
As you say that, you are going to see one of your necklaces hanging out of one of her drawers.
Let Diamond D's divine hand. You know what? I leave it at hers. Fine. Finders keepers. She did not touch your stuff.
Fair
Possession is
enough.
9/10 of the law.
As all of this is happening, I'm going to roll. Man, this dice is rolling amazing for you guys. 19 and a 14 for Hope and Laya. As you are settling in for bed, your anxieties quelled or sated. You are going to hear footsteps and talking in the hallway. Do you guys want to ignore it, or would you
I'll try to like stealthily like walk up to the door and put my ear against it to hear what's going on.
Okay.
I'm also not ignoring it.
How about you both give me perception checks to try and listen through muffled doorways?
No, I'm great at these. 3.
Hope is actually going to succeed on it. Hope, Raster has talked to somebody in his in a room further down the hall from you guys. Something about a job, something about the consummate, something about getting it done. Generally, you can be aware that there is someone here that has just been assigned something on behalf of Raster and Alaril.
Okay.
I'm
gonna convey that. I want to convey that to Laya.
Sorry, I can't hear what they're saying.
Sounds like Raster is giving someone else a job. Something, maybe something sneaky.
Well, I think it's good to be aware, but I'm not sure we should interfere.
Sounds good to me.
Curious.
Curiosity killed the cat.
I miss Whiskers. Anyway,
All right. Otherwise, you all are able to go to bed for the evening and enjoy a fruitful night of rest, except for Hope. Hope.
I tranced, yeah.
You trance, but it is hard to get into a peaceful state of mind. Give me a charisma saving throw. DC 14.
sorry, Elias snores.
I'm okay.
You pass. Hope, you had a date tonight that you abandoned.
Shit.
It weighs on you, your anxiety, but you're fairly certain that you probably talk your way back into good graces should you ever meet Landra again.
Oh,
Look, the ship exploded, okay?
Landra's the girl who we've told we're gonna take care of Dowie for her, right?
and
No,
clean
we're
the
gonna clean her shop.
Yeah, Dowie trashed
Yeah.
her shop in a drunken fit. You all volunteered to help her reopen it.
Except
Look, we
Krishna.
took care of Dowie.
Yeah, I mean, arguably more important because he won't trash it again.
We'll get those goblins
No.
to come fix the shop.
I already fixed the shop because I did that while you guys were doing other stuff during the session I missed.
That was discussed.
Oh, that was. I don't think that made its way to me, but okay, that's fine.
And you weren't following the chat. That was discussed.
I passed the
Okay.
check anyways.
Fair enough.
Hope
Your
is
dungeon
head
master
empty. No
is
regrets.
inflicting unneeded emotional torment on you.
It doesn't matter. I got past it. I'm a stronger person now because of it.
I love the idea that Hope forgot that I did that and is just still anxious about it.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. That's what happened.
Otherwise, you all are able to rest for the evening, waking up on the 6th of Servant. Let me get a section of notes for today. Does anybody want to do anything special before I start pulling you all aside?
Wow, we took on a lot of misfortune.
I would go back and talk to Landra. That was her name, right?
Yes. I'll come with you. I would like to talk with her as well.
You want to come with me as well?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
You guys are leaving Raster's palace to go find her?
Yeah, we'll come back.
Unless she's
I just
here.
want to stop by early in the morning.
I mean,
Things get started pretty early here when you're dealing with Wanderkin and people of like Elvish descent. Give me.
That's true.
I will let you do it, but I'm gonna say from Laya, I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw, and I'll set it at DC 14 to wake up early before the sun comes out.
9.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, as you get ready to start your day and like that thought crosses your mind, there are footsteps going down your hallway like maybe every 3 or 4 minutes. People are up and moving. Your meeting's probably soon.
Oh, fuck. I am getting old. Alright. You know, Hope, don't get old. It's a scam. Doesn't help.
Okay.
Really doesn't.
I'm really bad at getting old. It's okay.
You know, good for you.
Otherwise, eventually, as you all wake up, one by one, Jiol is standing in your hallway, bright and early, smiling, and she's going to have a handful of coins.
Ooh, can I give Jewel a hug? I like Jewel.
Yeah, as you hug her, she is going to hug you back, and say, I took our... Is this going to show? No, you're just going to be a white screen? That's fine.
I see it.
Well, as long as it works for you all, that's what's important. She's going to say, I took our friend back to the... Or took our friend to the dungeons and stripped him, and look what I found.
What'd she find?
yeah.
She has a handful of coins. These coins are not minted, like most currency in the Inner Sea is.
Oh,
These are all handcrafted.
more for your collection, huh?
Yeah, my collection. She wraps her hands around all.
Why do you... Okay, who is it?
I wasn't sharing them with my friends at all. Nope.
Hey, look, sweetheart. You have way more emotional attachment to those coins than I ever will in my entire life. You can have them.
And she's gonna smile at that and says, Alaril is up. she's already given orders to the rest of the circle. I gotta go back to my stupid posts, which you all are so much more fun. But instead, I'm gonna be following around Galiter for another day, reporting on everything he does, as if she doesn't already know.
Well, you know, have fun with that. You're probably serving a more important job than you really think.
She's gonna say, whatever, I just want to stab people and find more cool coins.
Listen,
Look, if I find any cool coins, I'll give them to you.
She'll,
Side quest, find new coins.
yeah. 5 more people for them to stab.
Easy.
Yep.
As you are coming to, there are people in the hallway talking about meeting Alarel. If there was any place you were going to find her, this would be the opportunity.
You can follow these weird people.
I know. The question is, do I ingratiate myself with you weirdos, or do I stalk you in the morning?
Yes, this giant.
Out of character, we have a really scary goblin that doesn't like people sneaking up on us.
I am.
So-
And then there's me.
Out
Or-
of character, it is a older goblin woman with a few bit of grays in her hair, in like really really drab clothing.
You could
That
take
just
her.
Cloak over. She doesn't look threatening.
That's what you say before she cuts off your legs.
Okay, see, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the polite route.
Yeah, none of us actually look all that threatening. We just look
No.
like people.
You know, again,
I
this like
mean-
6'4", 250-pound orc with a maul on his back
Oh, wow.
and only 9 fingers.
You're me.
Kind of like struts up and is like, "So you guys are looking for a Lilril too? A Laurel? How do you say it?
Alarel?
Alarel.
Alarel.
Do you mess it up in character?
No, because Easy would know better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Do you work here?
Yeah,
You can see
admittedly.
there's this very short, 3'1", older goblin woman, a little bit of piercings in her ear, a heavy cloak drawn over some very plain clothing, just dressed as like any other person going along the street. She'll stretch out a hand for you. She can't reach up too high because you're so much fucking taller than her. But yeah, she'll be like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, though. My name's
Easy will
Wyatt."
get down on like one knee, so we're more closer. So
Yeah, but she's offering out a handshake.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm reciprocating, but I'm coming down to your level. So
Yeah. Well, as you shake her hand, you can tell there's fresh calluses on them, as though she were quite equipped with swordplay.
Yep.
Yeah. What was your name? I didn't quite catch it.
Easy.
Easy. All right. That should be easy to remember.
He does the tap in the head, like yeah, I see you.
This is my friend Hope. I think Krishna should be awake at some point.
I just assumed I was with you guys. Everyone
Yeah,
already.
Krishna can
Oh,
wake up.
when did you
Krishna
get
and
here?
Jamie will
Wow.
just standing next to us the entire time. Oh yeah.
That's what -1 perception will do to you.
Sure, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krishna. We got. What was James's character called?
Jamie.
Easy.
Or Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie is going to say, "Pleased to be meeting you."
The pleasing is all mine.
Jamie's gonna buzz in a little bit of delight at that. However, it does look like they're kind of zoned out a little bit, almost as if
Fair
they're
enough.
not entirely mentally there tonight.
It's almost if they're
Almost
on
like
autopilot.
Phoenix Days.
Can you message it to me? Thank you. Oh, cool. Thank you. Look at that.
So do you guys work here?
We're supposed to be some new recruits.
Fun.
We're supposed to be meeting up with her.
Yeah.
If you all want to go downstairs, you can find a meeting quarters to sit in, or you can send summons for Alaril. There are about a dozen different Wanderkin wandering the premises.
As they do.
Yeah, as the morning sun comes out, the different half-orc and half-orc guards are going to be retiring to let the Wanderkin take their positions. And I don't know if I got that whole sentence out before my brain drifted other places, but you can ask one of them to summon Alaril.
Yeah, we'll do so. Hello, Leo. Hello, Stinky Boy.
Was the goal to wait for her or get someone?
I'll ask
Let's
one of the
get
Wonderkin.
someone.
Okay.
I specifically will. That's another Wonderkin.
Fair enough.
All right. They are. The one you stop is going to nod and say, "Oh, I'll fetch her." And she poofs into a cloud of mist. A few moments later, two Wanderkin are going to poof into this hallway. And Alaril, in a little cloud of leaves and pollen, poofs her way here, misty stepping into the hallway. As she sees all of you, she is going to smile and say, "Dowie in our dungeons! Welcome to the circle." Oh, and easy. I was hoping that we'd have the opportunity to talk before you left. Isn't this just fortuitous?
Well, I kind of need to know why I'm going.
Did Raster not explain it to you properly? I laid it out for him very clearly.
He said something about
Dusk
consummate
last
forces,
night.
consummate forces that he's not fully aware of, yada yada. He didn't. No, he didn't get into the details.
She'll
Which is weird for him.
she'll nod and say, "Come, let's take this conversation some more private." As you guys or as she says that, you are going to see Galiter walking through these halls with Geo following him. He stops for a moment, looking at all of you. And Alaril is going to gesture you into one of the rooms before he says, "Wait! You!" He points at Krishna.
Oh, Judd. What?
That relic was worth 1,100 sea coins.
I hand it back.
He's going to inspect the glaive. It's like, you didn't oil it. It's an honor to use it in combat, but it's still an art. Glad to see you here and glad that your mission was successful. I heard about the Elstein last night. He's going to nod. And
Yeah.
he's going to walk off, handing the glaive to Geo. Wait, didn't he lend one to Hope too?
Yes, I think so.
He stopped for a
Whoa.
minute and is gonna turn and look at Hope.
Shit, that reminds me. I have to oil all my real life ones.
Let me move my character sheet. Hide this dagger. I'm gonna wave at him.
He's gonna say, "It is an honor for these to be used in combat. You must still honor, or you must honor the spirit of the weapon while using it, though."
Mm-hmm.
Is there further service you have for it?
Probably not. It served me very well.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to
You know, pull the dagger out.
walk forward and put a hand forward and say, "I'd like to return it to my collection."
I'll give it back to him.
Again, I collect from different Milsarian cultures inside of the Tide Gate. If you want to borrow anything else, most of my collection doesn't get used properly. We're friends now. Simply feel free to ask. He smiles and is going to hand the dagger to Gilles.
Thank you very much. It helped tremendously.
Gilles going to say,
So I do no damage without it.
"I'm your bodyguard, not your servant." He's going to say, "Come now." She's going to shuffle off holding the two weapons. Yeah, I'm going to say, in the future, if you guys need specialized weapons, as long as you're not outright enemies with the leader, he's probably willing to offer them to you.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
Okay. Moving you all into the room, Alaril is Alaril and her two guards are going to say, "I haven't had the opportunity to question Dowie yet. My companions were going through and making sure there were no contingencies or other ways for his associates to track him. I plan on questioning him later today, but I do want to say, well done to all of you. You far exceeded expectations, and I think blowing up and sinking the Elstein to the bottom of the bay was just the extra flowers on the wind that made it such a spectacle to be told about. I only wish I was there to witness it. In any case, welcome to the Inner Circle. This is easy. He helps us in the region. You might see him from time to time, helping us move closer to our goals.
And what is that goal in particular? What's the overall plan here? Because I've seen all the movements, but I'm missing the actual important bit.
Alaril is going to nod and say, "You've made your way to my inner circle, but the things that get discussed here, I need to know that the information I trust you with is safe with you."
If there's something you wish for me to swear on, I will. I'm no stranger to secrecy.
She'll cast a Geas on you, readying the spell, and offering her hand forward. Says, "If you tell a living soul outside of our circle of the information I give to you, you'll be in violation of our oath with one another." She offers her hand forward.
I'll shake her hand. I don't resist.
She dispels, or she lapses concentration of the spell before you shake. She shakes your hand. You're not bound by the spell.
I tilt my head in confusion at that.
She's going to shake her head back at you and say, "What good is trust if I bind it by chains?"
Yeah, your decision. I wasn't going to affect me either way.
These shores are dangerous. Perhaps the most dangerous place I've ever heard stories of. To be here witnessing them, to be a part of it all, it's exhilarating. I think this alliance doesn't serve Farport's needs, and
It never has.
I have grown a fondness for the faces that call Farport home. It's only a passing breeze being here in Ilderon, and I know in 100, 200 years, all of these faces will be but dirt to the mountainside. But I can't help but think of the time that they're going to have here for the next 20, 30 years and how I can impact that. My goal is to give them the same freedom that we experience in the Walkwater Wilds.
So does that mean you're going to try to take control?
Alaril is going to shake her head and say, "And what would I do with Red Axe? Run it as poorly as the consummate?"
Then who
I
is?
mean, you can always just be better than the consummate.
Does anybody need to run these waters?
Absolutely. If somebody
Yeah.
doesn't, it'll just be a power vacuum, and somebody else will.
Alaril is going to, at that, shake her head and say, "I've told you what my plans are. It is to simply break the hold that chokes."
And set nothing else in its place?
Nothing that I've done has made Farport any weaker.
No, I'm not.
Those within Barbador muster their own forces. It's Crimson Keep that seeks to keep each of these forces on a leash. Rather, Red Axe is one massive nation held together by strings, or tribes of people led by leaders of their choice for each of their regions. What happens after here? She shakes her head. But what I see right now is a forest that can never take root. A consummate so concerned with trimming weeds that no trees ever grow.
So the consummate is the enemy in this particular occasion.
Easy was right.
She's going to think on it for a moment and say, "It's larger than the consummate. The people of Red Axe have something beautiful that's been suppressed that's been lost and taken from them. They are people told, but not guided and not allowed to understand, experiment, and even be more than what they are.
You don't have to talk in such flowery language. Just truly knowing the bare details of what we're doing is what I need. You don't have to convince me.
She's going to nod and say, if you choose to follow me, there will be pain. There will be destruction. There will be things you do that make you question why you're doing them. But sometimes, for space for something new, something old has to be broken. Upon that, my goal is sheer, unmitigated chaos that the consummate cannot respond to in an organized, cohesive manner. No singular region has the power to stand against her, and I'm not asking any singular region to.
When she's saying her, do I know who she's referring to?
To the consummate?
Yeah. Like the consummate a person? Is it a group of people?
Oh, yeah, give me a history check. DC 6, and I will give you information in tiers of 5 based on your roll. Yeah,
3.
Laya, you're just here for the festival. You've heard about Consummate Fire Sun, but it's more of a mythological figure.
Alright. Not breaking my face at all. I'm going to pretend like I know
You can
exactly what's
ask
going
her.
on. I'm not going to.
Give me a deception check. I think you're really good at these.
Oh, my name is Laya for a reason.
That's fair.
I've
If-
said it so many times.
If
Yeah.
anybody else actually doesn't know who the consummate is, because I'm realizing she might not have ever been introduced, you are allowed to roll a history check. You have the same DC as Laya.
I'm a communist in his mid-30s. I know who the consummate is.
I'm a communist in his mid-30s.
I read Lawrence Pellantier's manifesto for a better Red Axe.
Oh, why is the
Hey,
double roll for me? What the?
Krishna with an
Hey.
18.
See, Chris.
Right.
Yeah, Krishna, you are aware of Consummate Fire Sun.
Mhm.
She is the leader of your nation. She is not sovereign. She was appointed. Well, I guess now she is sovereign. She was appointed by a council of representatives from each region. They have given her supreme power. And this was years ago in wartime. Recently, in the past, or no, not recently. This is like 16 years ago at this point. The consummate has converted the entire country to demon worshippers, and she rules Red Axe, mostly through fear and might. Keeping the Red Axe Alliance that put her in power held together by threads and strings.
Alright.
Anytime those strings snap, she sends legions of demons there to grab whoever it was that snapped and drag them back into the Alliance.
Oh,
Well, I suppose I should make this clear. Then I am not following you because, or working with you because I believe in your vision, nor is it out of a moral obligation or duty. I saw the dominoes at play. I see the cards that were being put on the table. I simply believe that you have the best hand. Because right now, no one else seems to be catching on to what you're putting down. This should be a mutually beneficial relationship. As I help you with your goals, eventually, I will have to collect on the favors you owe me.
And what is it that your goals are?
I seek to learn about anyone who can perform incredibly powerful resurrection magic or healing magic. And if I can, I would need them to come with me.
She's going to nod and say, stick with me. And when the coast is singing war cries and war songs of freedom, I will make sure it's done. I know of 2 such individuals. Divinely capable.
And if I were to die before that end of my deal can be held.
Seal it in an envelope and give it to one of my retainers. They're loyal. Should you die, I'll read it on your deathbed. Or I'll read it after you pass and make sure your wishes are honored.
Alright. That is good enough for me. Now, Hope and Krishna here seem to be much better people than myself, so you might have to actually work to convince them.
She'll look at Hope and Krishna and say, well, Krishna, I'm about to find your father for you. And Hope,
Look,
is it not lonely being away from our own here? You're welcome in this circle just as your friends are.
I haven't really felt lonely yet. I've been traveling around too much to feel lonely. Maybe later.
So, my offer then, we are a Daliath together, united.
I'm in.
Jamie will nod. Hope, Krishna, do you have hesitations?
no?
Krishna's in?
Okay, if anyone else, then I'll be in.
I mean, do you have
I'll be lonely
hesitations?
without them.
You can voice them.
No.
This is one of those, say it now or death to us part.
I'm not marrying any of you.
You get the idea.
No, I'm okay.
Did you say that on mic, love?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if they had that information.
What did they say? I'm curious now.
I will give you...
Hope should know, right?
No, Hope is young and has been apart
Okay.
from her culture. Krishna, I'll give you a history check, DC 10.
Oh.
Otherwise, Insomni can tell you after the session. Laya said, I'm not marrying any of you.
Oh.
And Krishna, you are aware of elven
Of the
marriage
oath blade.
traditions. No, not
All right.
oath blades.
Oh wait, no, that's
The-
Alona guy.
Dorai and Ilderon are polyamorous. They form circles of individuals that they are bonded to, and people in these circles aren't always there's not always romantic connections between them. Sometimes these circles are formed out of utility, out of like
Political.
sometimes it's formed out of like a shared set of skills, or mutual benefits, but sometimes it is romantic. But generally, talking about marriage in any other best part of the world, the best thing that translates to marriage in elven culture are the Daliaths, which are the marriage circles. They're technically called bloom circles, but when Laya says, "I'm not marrying any of you," you kind of are, but
You're kind of not.
I'm like, I am working with. This is a political alliance. We're not married. Expect nothing out of me.
Sure, hun.
That's what I'm saying.
I like that because Krishna is technically, well, I guess Krishna's barely younger, but also way younger than Laya at the same time.
Yeah,
go ahead.
like I can't remember how long do goblins live because it's not that long.
Yeah, like 40 years.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I'm already middle-aged. I'm already past middle aged.
So you're a geriatric. Got it.
I'm not geriatric. No. I'm in like my late 30s. If I were a person, if a human.
All right. So Alarel is going to turn to Easy, placing a hand on his shoulder, and is going to say, "Are you okay, Liv?"
Yes.
Okay. And is going to say, the exact location of the next job I need from you is to be determined. If you'd stick around until after I question Dowie, I can give you more specifics.
I mean, it would be nice to have specifics, and, if I don't know where I'm going, I might as well stay here.
You can join us.
So are you on board with the whole chaos brain situation?
Yeah,
All right.
I've been
That
here.
makes it
I've done
easier.
this.
I was unaware. I do
Yep.
not know who else was part of this.
I've been working towards a free Red X since I was 19 years old.
All right. I suppose I have one last question. Do you have any information on what's going on with the original fake lone siren attack?
That directed at me.
I'm asking Alarel.
Alarel is going to say, the first attack was not fake. That was the lone siren that was here. She attacked again last night, I've heard.
Nope.
She definitely attacked last night, but the first one definitely was not.
What makes you think the first one was fake?
Yeah.
One, the sound. None of the sound was the same as the second attack, nor does the sound correlate with the stories. Secondly, they were targeted, especially because, and I'll take out like the piece of paper that Dowie had. She was coming after this.
Hey,
which
how'd you get that out of my bag?
I just look at them and just like frown at them, like, what do you expect? You think I'm gonna trust it to you? Hell no.
Oh,
She's going to take the paper. The paper has,
Uh,
I believe it's the 3 ships that were sunk on it.
yes.
one of them wasn't sunk and wasn't crossed out.
Hmm.
But the other 2 were sunk and crossed out, which were
Um,
the Magmalash and the Grimly or Grimmy.
Grimeye.
Glenblick.
No, the
No.
Grimeye.
The Grim Eye. There we go. And then the Sapphire Albion was attacked, but they weren't crossed out on the note,
Um,
and they had survivors.
she's going to look at this and say, and this was found on one of Dowie's.
It was found on Dowie. When
I
we
think
were
he's the one who
making.
can give answers on it.
Oh yes, I was just wondering if you had any information. I will also say that the Lone Siren was specifically targeting this piece of paper and this information, and I believe that they were going after these people in general for. I believe that they were the ones that faked it.
She's going to look at each of these 3 ships and say, all 3 of these were on my list of concern. Each one of them have ties to the Red Axe Alliance, working directly as eyes, ears, and hands of the consummate.
Huh? The Ruby Shadows were the one that were backing Dowie. They might have a similar plan, though I imagine theirs is much more of a power grab.
She'll nod and say, this is useful, shall we?
Of course.
Um,
I intend to be.
She is going to start walking out of the room, but don't think. Give me 1 second. I just need to check something. She's going to start walking out of the room, and she's going to begin casting a spell and say, you all can't step into the dungeons below with me. I'll have to take you the long way around. Come on.
I will come with.
Alarel is going to lead you on a winding path through Raster's estates. At one point in the manor, there is a cloistered garden with a near ancient looking black tree here. Its roots going up and down in and out of this small water pond around the tree, a almost meditative area around it. Alarel is going to walk up to the tree. You see her touch it and move her hands over it and gestures, each gesture lighting up before the bark is going to move aside, revealing a stairwell that it's grown over. She takes you deeper below the keep and into the dungeons. There are about 3 floors below here, and the wall, it is humid, and the walls are stone and retainer with different mortar to keep all of the sediment and the water back. That said, this area looks long abandoned. You pass rows of empty cells. As you walk on the first floor of this to the last cell on the row, there is a man who is whistling and singing to himself, and one of Alarel's guards is standing at the cells. In the dungeon, you are going to see Dowie as soon as I find him. Hey, there we go.
Is this whole area like no magic?
No, they have been misty stepping in and out of here.
Huh.
Walking up to the cell, Alarel's going to say, "Are you awake and feeling more talkative now?" Dowie's going to look up and say, "Hey, you're mad at me because someone else is calling the shots. But aren't you doing the same for old Ordis? We're one and the same, except you're the puppeteer. I'm just the puppet."
God, do I want to slap him?
Alarel is going to hold the note forward and say, "You've been making my life more difficult than the bridge. If you can cooperate, I can end up sparing yours. What is this?" Dowie is going to lean over and look at it. Say, "That was a job for Braggs, but..." He shakes his head. "Your friend saw to it that Braggs didn't draw breath here anymore."
Well, would you like to tell us where the man who ran off when I gave him the chance to escape it?
Dowie's going to spit at you and say, "Would you like to get me a healer to get my legs working again?"
I'll walk forward and put my foot directly onto his knee. That's where I stabbed him.
Oh my gosh. Roll me an intimidation check.
Yeah, sure. We'll have advantage because I am the one who broke his fucking legs.
You know what? Go for it.
Cool. 14.
Okay. As you step on his legs, he's gonna say, God, come on!"
Why?
Did you stab him in the other knee as well?
Yes, I broke both of his knees.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the other.
He's... Oh my god, Krishna's stepping on his other knee.
Yeah.
I'm much lighter than Krishna. I'm a little fucking goblin. Like, it hurts, but...
I am just basically going to kind of do that, like, dig my, the tip of my toes, like, into the wound.
He's gonna say, Stop, I'll tell you anything. Braggs was, Braggs was hired by a rich Farport, person.
Alright.
Wanted to see shit get done.
Names.
Krishna, please remove your leg. We're having a calm discussion here.
I'm going to leave it hovering over the wound that's now widened.
I can cast calm emotions on him.
I ain't going to do shit, mate.
Yeah, no, I just like, well, A rich farport person? You can tell that I'm a little perplexed on how vague that is. That's not really narrow as much as I would like it to be.
He's gonna say, I'll tell you anything. Stop, please.
Yeah, I stopped. I'm just like, all right, so narrow that down a bit more. A rich person. What does that mean?
Melinda Eloise, she lives in the steppes.
No,
Old
that's
rich,
a name.
broad.
Now that's a really great name to have. Uh, Speaking of names to have, could you tell me more about the little puppet master? Since you're the puppet, who's pulling your strings?
He's, gonna say, Ruby Shadow was impressed with what I did.
I would
Offered
like
me the
to.
job I took.
I would like to detect his thoughts as he's doing it. His surface thoughts. There's no verbal or somatic component, so it doesn't even look like I cast a spell.
His, surface thoughts is, shit, just leave me alone. Laya, roll me an insight check.
Cool. Not great. 3.
Can I roll a history check on that name he just said?
Go for it. You,
Yeah.
Laya, at a 3,
Oh.
man, you're getting some great info out of him. And Krishna at a 5, you can't quite place the name. I'm sorry.
It was Melinda what?
Eloise?
Mm-hmm.
Melinda Eloise. Alright. Alright, and that was the guy who ran off, and he got paid by her. Alright. The other thing I was talking about of puppets pulling your strings. The wizard. Oh, maybe I didn't make myself very clear. I wasn't asking the organization. I already knew the organization. I'm asking specifically the names.
He's going to say, I can't say.
Well, if that's the case, do you have any words that you would like Laundra to hear before she has to go?
Tell her to say hi to Braggs for me in the bridge.
All right.
I am going to put my foot back on the wound.
He's gonna say, fine. Maris Marcus and Master Shantu.
And what is his surface thoughts as he says those names?
Shit, leave me alone. You can roll me another insight check.
Sure. I'm not good at these, but a 12.
I'll give you guidance.
Guidance? Sure, I'll take a guidance. I'm not a wise character. 14.
Laya.
Mm-hmm.
Torture doesn't seem to be effective on Dowie. The more you torture him, the more answers he randomly spews. You're not sure if there's any substance to anything he's saying.
See, like, here's the issue I'm having, Dowie. And it's a really big one. Is that there's just no believability in your words.
He's gonna say, I'll tell you anything.
You'll tell me anything, but that doesn't mean you actually know. You'll just tell me what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to hear what I want to hear. I want to know what's happening and what you know. I'm already in your head. I know when you're lying.
Do I really want to go this far?
I'm not tortured. Like
Oh, I was gonna pull a weapon out, and we can go really far.
I'm going to say torture has proven to be ineffective.
ineffective.
If you
Ah.
have any other method you want to try and interrogate him,
Just threats of
Dowie-
losing limbs.
No. We
again,
don't
I'm going
have
to
to
say
go that far.
Dowie will give you answers. There's no incentive for him to give you
Correct.
good
ones.
answers other than you guys stop inflicting pain on him. But
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I'm just saying it to freak him out. Like, I want to know exactly what he knows. It's like, if you want something, we can have a conversation. What I won't have is you trying to make a fool of me.
he's gonna say, "What do you have to offer?"
Well, right now you look like you're in a pretty shit situation. That can change. Don't worry, I'm not gonna pump you full of fucking wyvern poison like you did myself.
Am I here?
Yeah. Presumably, you're on good enough terms with Alarel to be privy to her private dealings.
Mhm.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. Nice to meet you. I'm Easy. If you maybe start being cooperative, you maybe get your legs back. It's not a threat. I mean, I'll sweet talk, management here to get somebody to mend your legs, so at least you can stand upright when you get interrogated.
Hmm.
I want my legs back and a sending scroll.
Let's start with the
Alright, who
legs,
would-
and then we'll work ourselves up. If this friendship moves along.
See, because here's the issue with Ascending Scroll. You can give a lot of information away that I don't want quite getting out yet.
One letter through a messenger or courier of the Alliance.
One letter.
No.
One letter. I'll read it first. I'll deliver it through my own means, and we'll get your legs healed.
He's going to look at the note and say, "Damn lone siren got us hired. Braggs was supposed to sabotage 2 of those ships." He gestures to the notes. And mercenaries were, or all 3 of those ships. Mercenaries were going to come through and handle them nice and quick in the night. Damn ghost ships showed up in the festival, sunk the whole bay. Braggs didn't, only got through 2 of them, barely at that before he got caught. But once the Alliance saw what happened, they assumed we had a hand in it. I got promoted.
Ah, okay. That's very interesting. And who was paying you to accomplish this?
He's going to say the Ruby Alliance had a vested interest, so the Shadow reached out to me.
I'm sorry, I could not hear that over my cats.
He's said the Ruby Alliance has a vested interest, so the Ruby Shadow reached out to me. Their merchants show up in town. Somebody else comes knocking on your door asking you to clear the way for them. We were down on our luck and we took the jobs that we had in front of us.
What type of jobs are we talking about? Like kidnapping?
Kidnapping, sabotage, maybe
Their
light
deeds and they're done
murder.
dirt cheap.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with a little murder.
Hey, I said light murder.
Murder is
What's the difference
murder.
between light and heavy murder?
Yeah.
He's gonna. Whoa.
Oh, you do it too.
Light murder is nicer. You poison people.
It's
You don't have to see
nice.
them suffer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess.
All right. Well done. That's some good information. We'll see what we can do about getting your legs done. You got paper? Of course you don't. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I'll go into my like little pack on my side and start taking out some paper. A little inkwell for him.
So your last job, what was it about? What heard people started missing in town.
He's gonna say, like I said, the merchants come. They have their own goals and agenda. Other people from all around the world start paying you money to make sure their path is as easy as possible. Honest, I ain't have no dealings with none of those merchants on the ship. Everything that I got was in sendings or scripts. Yeah. People went missing in town. Me and my boys were responsible for that. Nobody on
What?
that ship knew about it, though.
Is there any discrepancy between what he's saying aloud and what his surface thoughts are?
His surface thoughts are, I just want to walk again, and man, I just want to say goodbye. He's thinking about his letter. You almost hear, like, you don't hear the words of it, but you hear sentiments and emotions as he's like, that's like at the prime of his mind.
All right. And who are you sending this letter to?
I got a girl down at the docks. I never did her right.
Doesn't seem like you've done any girl right.
He's
Or anyone.
he's gonna nod and say, yeah, but if I make amends with her, she's about the only person in town with half a care left for me.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to know? The man who knew about Krishna's father and his disappearance. You have anything to do with anything about all the disappearances happening, or what the larger goal towards that is?
He's
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, I do. He's gonna say, if you lost somebody, it's gonna be tough trying to get them back. He's going to shake his head and say, all of them were involved in the diamond trade somehow. Raster made a deal with the local mining guild. The Alliance offered him double, or offered him half the price to mine the diamonds for him, and he declined. When he wouldn't meet them at a negotiating table,
That's when the
he-
Ruby Shadows ordered you to start moving people?
he's gonna nod and say, they gave us lists of people. We just had to make sure they were gone before the festival started.
And when you mean gone, you mean... And does the sort of, like, just a quick slice across the throat?
He's gonna say, no, I did light murder.
Poison.
He's going to
Same thing in this scenario.
gesture over his shoulder, and he's going to gesture over his shoulder and say, I don't really know which way is south. He points forward and says, the Alliance set up a trading post south of the city. All we did was nab him and take him there.
Trading post south of the city for the Ruby Alliance underneath the orders of the Ruby Shadows. I'm tracking all this correctly?
He's gonna nod and say, yeah.
Alright. And were you being honest about your friend who ran
Braggs?
off? Mm-hmm.
You guys killed Braggs, by the way. He didn't run
There
away.
was a guy who ran away.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, you guys
Let's
killed
see.
both.
No, well, there
I
was
intimi-
one that...
I
There was...
I intimidated them. One of them said, fuck this, I'm leaving. We let
yeah,
him go.
one ran.
No, that... Oh, you're talking about that guy. That's not one of his people.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
No. That person... Okay. I thought you guys had his name. That was the captain's sister. Or the captain's brother.
Oh,
You spoke to Thenora. She told you where the bird was.
Got it.
And
Honestly, glad I didn't kill him.
yeah, the first mate was in there pleading with him. So as the misconception is for the dungeon master, he thinks you're referring to Braggs, who you killed. So I'm going to keep that in character and in canon. He's going to say, you murdered Braggs. He was dead.
No, the other guy, the one that ran. The
Oh,
one who
that
listened
coward.
when I told them I would break their legs.
He's going to shake his head and say, he was the him and the captain were the only ones that knew about our dealings on the ship. The shadow made me work with him.
And catch me up again. What was your specific mission with them?
With the shadow or with the
Captain
Lexingers?
Theonor Leximir.
He's going to say they were in town on behalf of the Ruby Alliance, bringing in the merchants and the people who would negotiate on behalf of the Ruby Alliance with Raster. Negotiations have been sour and stale, and I was given orders to take residence on the boat.
Oh, you were the security. That's funny.
He's gonna say, no, I wasn't the security. I had a whole contingent of guards and knights for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one who got things done.
I kept it secure.
I just kind of look down at him chained to the wall with his broken legs and just go,
yeah.
He's gonna say, hey, how many guilds are missing in town? Are any diamonds being mined on Raster's behalf?
hey, look, man.
Would you like to keep that leg intact?
He's allowed to have pride in his work. He doesn't have pride in anything else.
Yeah. I ain't
Fair.
shit good at nothing else, but I'm a damn good scoundrel.
Well, This hasn't been entirely unpleasant. It's been a good amount of information. I'll take that letter to the girl if you tell me her name.
He's going to take a moment writing it out and hand it to you. He's gonna say it's Landra. She runs a clothing stall
figures.
over.
I just threatened you to kill her if you didn't tell me your thing, and you're like, nah, I don't care. Well,
He's going to shake his head and say, I really don't actually care about her.
okay, I guess I won't deliver the letter then.
At that, he's going to say, hey, you can't just renege on a deal.
I absolutely can. You're a prisoner. I have no reason to give you anything.
Dowie.
I would like for you to repeat my name.
Dowie's going to spit, and he is going to stop responding.
Alright. Well, I'll see what we can do about the legs. See you later, Dowie. Yeah?
Bye, Dowie.
I will read through the letter just in case there's like a secret code or anything.
Reading through it, it seems to be an apology, saying that he messed up and he is currently being held by Raster and his pretty shimmering guards.
Cool.
And Detectives Yandar.
Cool. I'll rewrite the letter, keeping the original part, and just say that old goblin lady fucked me up. Please help, she broke my legs. And that's all it'll say.
All right.
I'll deliver that to Landra.
Okay. Do you have any more? Does anybody else have any more questions for Dowie?
I do not.
What are the chances of survival after being taken to these areas?
He's gonna think on it for a moment and say, the trading posts. He's well, man, I sure would love to tell you, but unfortunately, looks like we can just break deals.
Oh, I was fucking with you. Get over it, you sourpuss.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Cool.
And if you want him to cooperate, I do need you to say something to him that makes him want to cooperate.
I'm actually delivering the letter. Don't worry about it. And we are getting your legs healed. I just wanted to fuck with you because I really hated tracking your ass down.
He's gonna say,
And the poison.
That's me.
And the poison. Oh no! The woman who broke your legs was mean to you?
And he's gonna say,
You really never pissed a woman off, have you?
You're stupid.
Listen to his entire life story. That's all he does.
That's all he has, yeah.
Your stupid
doesn't
friends and guildmates are all alive. As far as I know, the Alliance is just waiting on them to. As far as I know, the Alliance is just waiting on them, or on Raster to sign a contract before most of them get released.
Got it. You should tell your mom, Krishna.
Alarel is going to pale at that.
I
Um,
kind of look to her, and just be like, "Don't let this break your resolve."
she's going to say, no. Um, hey, Easy.
Yeah.
That letter I had Raster give you about the job
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and the region.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about fighting potentially a half dozen demons on your own?
Yeah, it's 2 less than normal, I guess.
Um, she's going to turn around from Dowie's cell, and she's gonna say, "I told Raster about that trading post. Neither one of us knew what it was, and it didn't go through either of us to get approval to be in Farport's region. He let the consummate know, and she sent the Crimson Crusade after it. I just wanted you to fuck with them while they're in the region. Release their horses, burn their supplies. Generally just get troops and resources tied up here. But they're gonna slaughter that whole trading post. I didn't know there were captives there."
So instead of being a mild annoyance to this group of the Crimson Crusade, I have to, kick the
Crusade
bulk
against
of their
the Crusade.
asses.
I mean, it's just a couple hundred people. I couldn't imagine the consummate would send more than 5, 6, or 7 demons to handle them.
Yeah. It's fine.
Well,
I got it. Actually, I turned to, my new friends. If you guys are done torturing that poor idiot's legs, I could use a couple of hands with a couple demons.
I was going to say that Krishna will probably be obligated to help you since, their father is involved.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, my hands are tied to this group pretty heavily, so I'll be dragged in as well.
I just enjoy being around them, so I'm into.
Jamie nods.
I'm just happy to be here.
Jamie nods, the light behind their eyes empty
Yeah.
and lost.
Before we head out, can I just do one signature thing left?
Yeah. Are you
You're gonna kick him in the
open your
balls?
cell?
Yep.
Balls?
Okay.
I don't think Alaril's gonna let you.
Easy's
Torture
not gonna
this.
let you.
Easy's not gonna let you.
I'm not asking permission.
Look,
No. I think
His
you're gonna have
cell
to make
is
some
locked.
contested checks. Yeah.
Easy's not asking you to stop.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
Krishna, you can kick him in the balls when he's standing again. All right.
Nah, I want it to be really insulting.
You should have done it earlier when we were dragging him down the street.
You're gonna literally kick the man while he's down. You have no honor.
Oh,
No,
well,
Kristen has no honor.
Look, there's been multiple times where she has, in fact, kicked a man while he was down, specifically in the nuts, while handcuffed. It's actually maybe telling about something, and I'm not sure what it is.
I would ask
the-
what exactly your problem is, but I am about to rescue your father from demons, so maybe that'll sort itself out.
yeah.
Krishna not only does not have honor, they have dishonor. They have negative honor.
Yeah, but Kristen, they do not unlock the cell for you.
Oh, Easy's gonna turn to Dowie though and just be like, "Hey, after you get legs, get better at life."
Unlikely.
Make good choices. Roll me a persuasion check.
16, not bad.
Dowie is gonna say, I ain't never been good at being good, so wouldn't be any good at helping anyone. But I'll tell you what, you need me to slip poison in somebody's drink in the future? That counts as cleaning up my act, I gotcha.
Noted.
You know, it's almost amazing how much of a scumbag you are.
I really want to go at him again.
That said, between Dowie's information and Geol and Raster's pointing, you will have the trading post on your or you will have a accurate location of the trading post. It is about 6 hours outside of town.
Sweet.
Got it. Good to know. Well, I got a letter to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever fought demons before?
Does that one count?
Technically. What do you mean that one?
Dowie.
That's not
Dowie.
a demon.
I was about to say, isn't Dowie just kind of like,
That's just an asshole.
Demon, asshole, they're the same thing at this point.
They are not the same
they're
thing.
distinctly not the same thing. The man in that cage is a product of the system and is otherwise a standard mortal sentient being. A demon is your worst avarice is made flesh.
I kind of just brush off. Yeah, they're part of the same system.
What?
Anywho, gonna ignore that.
Do you see
Have
what I
any of you ever fought a demon?
Technically.
Okay, you keep saying technically.
I was in combat and there was a demon present, but they gave up.
So none of you have ever actually
I've not stabbed one personally, no.
armed a demon. Okay. Well,
I am
I'm just gonna let you know now. Do any of you like fire? Because you need to break that habit.
Oh, I just learned something with fire.
Cool. Do we have an idea of how much time we have between? Like, we know how far the trading post is away, but is this
6
one of those
hours.
deals? But is this one of those deals where it's like, that's pretty. Like, we're gonna get there in 6 hours. They're gonna get there in 6 hours. It's gonna be a whole thing, or
I'll roll a intelligence check for Alarel, if she can put that together. Presumably, from what she can tell and what Raster can tell and how the Crimson Crusade moves, that trading post will be off of the map by the end of the night. You guys have a good amount of time, but they'll probably be there around nightfall.
All right, so let's
So you guys
fucking leg it.
have you guys have about 3 to 4 hours in town before you have to leave to be there.
Got it.
Before.
And speaking of which, Alorel, while I have you, a lot of the things that I do take magical components, and I've gotten pretty low on pocket cash helping you all, and I haven't actually received compensation for that yet.
Easy hands you 10 gold.
don't question it.
I look at it, it's like, it's something.
Better than nothing.
Alaro will say, you'll have access to the resources of our circle, but know that our circle is wider and larger than just the entities you see here. We have many people moving in coordination and with us.
I don't want to ask for a lot. Just enough to keep my magics going.
Did any of you have an axe?
A axe?
Yeah.
You're asking Alorel?
Yeah. Well, I'm asking out of everybody.
Out of everybody, ooh, I heard axe, but I didn't hear anything
Axe.
else.
Yeah. Do you have an axe?
No.
And
I
by
don't-
axe.
I don't use axes. No.
Well,
Am I
Um,
supposed to?
No. I just, I've got 9 hours to circumvent a battalion. I might need to cut down a few trees.
Oh,
You're looking at the wrong lady. I'm sorry.
That's fair, but
as you are talking, Alorel will go over to one of her attendants, and the attendant's going to nod, and she'll say, I'll see to it for your journey that you have the accommodations you need. I'm gonna give the whole party 1 loot point.
All right.
Okay.
each or as a collective.
Each. Essentially, you have 100 gold worth of supplies to spend how you so desire.
Got it.
The
I will direct.
loot points are loosely equivalent to 100 gold.
I will directly convert that on my sheet just to keep track of the money I have for like lodging and stuff like that.
Okay.
Go
When you
for it.
convert a loot point to gold, you get 50 ruby pieces and 50 gold.
Do we still
I
get
don't know
ruby
what-
pieces even in Red Axe?
Yes.
I don't know what a ruby piece is.
It's just an alternate currency. It's sort
It's
of
a
like
barter currency. You can record it over your platinum pieces, because I will never give out platinum, because my mind can't do that level of math.
Is it equivalent to gold?
No. The ruby
Kind of,
alliance
sort of.
manipulates their currency.
yeah. You're dealing so like to a degree, but it can it's just a foreign currency. You basically have yen.
I hate it. All right, good
I
to know.
It's not great.
Genuinely, this
This
hurts.
is capitalism, the enemy, the campaign. Ruby pieces are very valuable, or not very valuable, are very useful here, as with goods are standardized across the alliance. They devalue their currency. They flood the market. Other people can't compete.
Why was she talking about all this morality stuff when she could have just said, "I'll get rid of ruby pieces"?
I didn't want to go into my
Capitalism,
manifesto. So. We just
Down
met,
with the
so.
system.
All right, let's.
Hey,
I'm gonna go talk to
our
Alondra.
theme for this book is cooperative economics.
Yeah, that's why I built the communist orc.
Good old communist orc. All right. I guess we should familiarize yourself with each other. I tend to stand more close to the front lines. What do you do yourself?
I hit things, and I get hit.
Got it.
Succinct and impactful. Good to know.
So you'll be in the back.
Do you not
Okay.
understand how any of this operates?
Joking. Want to be the smart ass, okay?
Alright, I'm just wondering. Don't worry about you.
Aren't we all?
No.
Are we all a teenage girl? No, I'm a 33-year-old orc. Man.
I'm a 21-year-old goblin.
I've been in open conflict longer than you've been alive.
Hey, look, I'm an old lady for a goblin. All right, fuck you.
Yeah, well,
I've
no, I'm
seen
sorry.
my
That was at
share.
Krishna. We've seen shit collectively.
All right. Well, good to know. I'm going to go to Londra's clothing shop. Anyone who wishes to come with me is welcome.
Wandra is my negative contact, right?
I'll come since I helped clean her shop, of course.
No,
Did we cover? Is that who it was, or is this a different person?
No, no.
it's a different person.
Your negative contact is Lady Chandera Anira. She is a merchant of the Ruby Alliance. She summoned a giant statue that hurled vicious insults at the party.
Vicious.
Fun.
Yes.
I mean, I'd love to join you at it.
Insomnia gave them a portrait.
Yeah, I'd touch that.
I didn't even know that was there.
But anyways, she runs a clothing store.
She runs a clothing
She
store.
ran a clothing store. She runs a clothing stall now. Dowie trash.
Operative point of order. Point of order. She runs a. She sells clothing.
Yes.
I mean,
Hey, look, a stall is just a small store at me.
if you need the pair of hands, I can go join you. But like, I need to.
Truthfully, it's better if you guys just begin preparing your equipment and plans. Especially you, Krishna. Please oil your weapons.
Okay, fine.
Do you know how to oil your weapons?
I can teach you.
Thank you.
Alright. Yeah. And I'll go over to Landros.
I should probably also go tell my mother what's up.
You should. Your mother is currently planning to flee, so...
Does your mom have any blasting jelly?
What?
That's gonna be a no. Anyways, I have to go talk to some people.
No. Do you need blasting jelly?
I would like blasting jelly, yes.
Alright, I'll pick some up on my way.
Okay.
So we're splitting the party?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got Laya going to talk to... I'm sorry, Landra's a NPC from my other campaign.
Is Lindra?
That was confusing me.
Lindren.
Yeah, it's Lindren.
Lindren.
I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay, Hope's going to talk to Lindren. Easy. You know what? I'm gonna throw Jamie with you two. As she just kind of buzzes along. Easy and Krishna. Where are you headed?
I'm going to go see my mother, so.
Okay. Asking about that blasting sludge. And Easy.
Oh gosh, I need to get supplies. Which group most likely gets me near supplies?
There is a market. I forget which market. Lindren is selling in. I'll have to look in my notes. But there's a market that she's selling in. So the main group.
Yeah, I'll go with the main group then.
Okay. Cool. Alright. I am going to handle... I can't make up my mind. I'll evens odds it. Evens, the group of 4, odds Krishna. My die landed on an angle. Hold on. 1.
It got cocked.
Krishna.
You know what you gotta. You know what that means, right? You have to honor.
The cock.
Honor the cock.
Yeah, you gotta honor the cock.
I get that reference, even if I'm not caught up on Dimension 20.
Proud of you.
That said, I am going to handle Krishna first. Krishna,
Alright.
you are able to make your way back to the shop that your mother lives above. Making your way up the stairwell, knocking on the door. You know what? I'm gonna roll you a luck die. Krishna, knocking on the door, you can see that the door hinge is broken. As
Right.
you push it open, there's something behind the door that's holding it closed. It's not barricaded, just something tucked behind.
I'm going to prepare my weapon because broken door hinge usually means someone tried breaking in.
Okay. As you step in, Krishna, your mother is one room over in the hallway, hand axe out.
Oh,
raised,
lovely.
and she is going to see you come in. Say, "Oh, Krishna, you didn't come home last night. I thought they got you."
No. No, they didn't.
And she's gonna say, and I doesn't seem that you stumbled onto 120 gold to pay your father's debts.
Well, exactly 120 gold, but
She's,
Fuck, I could give it to you.
she's going to
But
shake her
you
head
have it.
and say,
wait, I do? Fuck.
Yeah, your loot points. You actually have more than enough.
Oh. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'll just.
Wait,
I'll just-
Krishna's gonna pay it out of your loot points?
Might as well.
You've got 0 on your sheet,
Ouch.
but I mean, you should have more than 0 because you at least just got 1.
Yeah.
Did you spend any of the things that Insomni gave you guys from the, from session 7 that she ran? She gave you guys 5 loot points. Oh, the
Yeah.
Helm of Comprehend Languages. Somebody just clicked over on your sheet to the helm. And then back to the, that's where they went. But yeah, you do have 1 loot point.
That's 100.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Krishna, you are just a handful of coins short of paying your father's debt back. Your mother is going to say, I've secured us passage to Southport on a ship that they won't ask any questions. They don't keep records or manifests. We'll just be like the wind.
I mean, I might have just found where they're holding Dad.
He's alive? Well, I mean, of course the bastard's alive, but he's not answering sendings.
He might be held captive by the Ruby Alliance. You know, people with spells that would prevent that.
She's going to shake her head for a moment and say, so he didn't run off.
Nope. And who was the guy that was here earlier trying to tell us that we had to leave? Or pay the debt?
That was a man from a smithing guild who was selling your father tools. Dan, the Goliath blacksmith. Oh, I'm sorry. That debt was 227 gold. Belmore owed some money.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
If you wish to take a loan from me, I will pay the rest.
If you can.
Again.
Probably means signing my soul over, which at this point I don't give a damn.
No. I loan you money. Like I'm not asking for your soul. I can't. I don't even think I can ask for your soul. Yeah, I'll drop 2 loot points so that way
Sure?
you can have the money.
Just
Um,
all of a sudden, a bag of money just full of gold just
No,
drops out of it.
I won't say a bag of money. I would say, Krishna, as you like lament and wish you would have taken like Geol's coins, and you look in your bag, you can see that Laya has slipped you a couple pieces of art and random valuable knickknacks that you guys have been acquiring as you've been adventuring together. Maybe out of kindness, maybe out of something else. You have 2 loot points worth of tradables with you. In addition to the 2 you already have. If you spend all 3, I will give you a special loot point item on the table. Get your family out of debt for 3 loot points.
Yeah, I'll spend it on that.
Okay. As your mom is making preparations for your new lives in Southport, debating on whether or not she can risk going after your father when you produce these items, she's going to say, Dan and his guilds will accept these. They have to. Krishna, we can stay. And there will be some left over, probably. I could hire a group of mercenaries. How many people are holding your father?
I don't know at this moment.
So tell her not to worry.
Don't worry about it. Probably just gonna be some like just ragtag group of mercenaries they hired. And I am going to roll a deception check on that one.
Go for it.
Because I realized how unconvincing that was!
Lying to your mom. How could you?
I learned from the best!
She's gonna say, Ragtag mercenaries, what's your father waiting for? He's the one who taught me how to use throwing axes. He taught
might not have an
you how to
axe.
shoot a bow.
I mean, when you're captured, you really can't do much. Besides, they probably have...
He has a plan. She gestures to Krishna as she says, since he has a plan, he has to have a plan. We'll give him 2 more days, but I'll pay off the blacksmiths. He has a plan. He's alive. Krishna, he's alive. Your mom starts crying.
I go comfort her.
Congratulations, Krishna. Your family is debt free. Still father free, but also.
Oh,
I would
have
like
a
to make
lead.
an amend to that statement. The debt has come under new management.
that is true.
I mean, you're not wrong. But, ouch. Yeah, at least it's more affordable.
For now.
Do you want to say anything else to your mom?
I should. I'm off to go rescue him. It'll be a few days before I'm back. So don't worry about me or him.
she's gonna kiss your forehead and say, "You know I'm only a call away if you need me."
Mm-hmm.
He's got a plan. He has to have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, I think I'll switch to the other group. Or is there anything else you want to do, Matt, before I...
No,
Okay.
just surface thought. God, I hope he has a plan.
You know, it's weird role-playing your mother, because I have to remember she was a daughter of Ginduai cultist. And juxtapose that to everything else about her.
Mm-hmm.
But a cool character nonetheless.
That's good, at least.
All
Who
right.
doesn't love a good metal cultist?
Jumping over to the other half of the party, you are going to go looking for Lindren in the market. In the
Yes.
markets. You all are aware of where she normally sets up shop, but wait, you guys fixed her shops.
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
I did.
Yeah, you don't find her in the markets. She has a Milserian kid out that she hired today to call people back to Dog Spring Road. You do find her in her cleaned up shop. She has a modest display of wares, as she hasn't gotten everything set back up or her workspace to create new stuff. As always, I need you all to let me know if your clothing has changed. But
It's gotten more bland.
yeah, I was gonna say, as Laya steps in, she's going to say, "Oh my gosh, you're still in those rags. I thought that was just for cleaning."
This is a new outfit. I tried with this one.
I'm gonna like sniff at my collar.
Jamie
No,
still
this is fine.
drab, and I'm assuming Hope hasn't changed either.
Nope, not a bit.
I'm gonna roll if that's charming or not for her.
Oh boy.
Um,
No one but your partner will ever find your useless traits as charming.
Yeah.
as Hope comes in, she's gonna say, "Dear, you have to let me dress you up someday. You'd be such a good model, and I've never got to style for Wonderkin before."
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I kind of look back to Hope and like, am I missing something here? I thought you guys were not friendly with each other last time I remember.
I am real quick. I am going to point out of character. I am wearing a ring, like a prominent wedding-looking ring. Just by the way.
That's nothing to Nil Hilori. When
Okay.
two souls are meant for each other and red
Oop.
axe, nothing can stand in the way. At least that's what
Okay.
most Milserai believe. That said, easy. As you step in, can you describe to me what you're wearing one more time?
I have half plate and then like a half kind of like leather kind of coat, like jacket coat thing over it. Tunic pants.
Oh wait.
Or just normal pants.
Um,
It's very like utility. Like I'm a functional dresser.
as you step in, and she's going to look over at you and say, "You just come back from a service funeral?"
Yeah, yeah. My hopes and dreams and at least one dwarf died.
Oh, you lot are a interesting set of people. Please don't leave this place wearing what you brought in. For
What's wrong with what I brought?
for Laya's help last night, anything you want, 75% off.
I really
I
tried.
did forget. I am wearing something different, actually. I have my adamant half-plate one now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm wearing, like, armor now.
Okay, I will roll you a craft check on how well the craftsman gilded and styled this for you.
I spent a lot of money on this. It better be good.
Yeah, hope it actually does look like kind of noble of you stepping in, just in like this forest green and your elven nature, your glowing eyes.
Yes.
Just like there is a moment of respect you command.
Even though we have the same type of armor, it does really feel like one of those deals where it's like it's the same T-shirt, but somebody, Hope's hotter, so.
But I'm a hot elf. You're
Right, it just
you're a
like
big
that's
human.
the whole point, right? It's just like it just looks better on Hope.
Yeah, that said, you guys have the opportunity to buy fine clothes, and I will let you choose what they look like for the purposes of your character, but they will cost you. If you ever need fine clothes in Red Axe, that's such a luxury. Instead of 15 gold, I can't do 75%.
75. That's gonna be 3.75. That's gonna be 3.75.
Okay. Yeah. For 4 gold, you can. For 4 gold, you can get a set of fine clothes if you so desire. Otherwise,
I don't.
Heck yeah.
Fair.
Honestly, I will
No.
get a set of fine clothes just because it could be useful at some point in the future.
All of my clothes were handmade. I watched the dwarves kill that cow.
I want to
Part of me
ask her.
almost
I want
want-
some recommendations from her. I'll let her dress me up because I don't know what looks good.
Ooh. Okay. So even though you're on the base of a active volcano,
Mm-hmm.
Can I send you a dress?
yeah, go ahead, send it. Insomnia's sending me something. I was gonna say, even though you're on the base of an active volcano, Red Axe is still far colder than most countries. It does have like some temperate, like seaside weather, but for the most part, it is not like the sunshine equator-filled lands of Alil Nagai. So my suggestion was going to be scarves and cloaks and things to go over your armor to kind of give it that extra. Oh wow, I really like that.
Does
to
she have
give
a
it that
Doctor Who
extra
scarf?
flair.
Can I get a Doctor Who scarf?
Yeah.
I will get you a reference image.
But also, I'm gonna send this to Taylor. Insomni just sent me this beautiful yellow dress of like the pattern and design of it is like layered golden oak leaves built on each other that
Send it
like
the
build
group.
into black. Yeah, I was about to message
Okay.
Taylor.
I'm gonna put it in Zoom.
Well, I'll just put it in the group then. Yeah. So yeah, those are my 2 suggestions. You can either get a set of fine clothes
Ooh.
that you can wear on top of your armor, or a set of fine clothes you can wear to a function. And she recommends.
Can I get
those two.
both?
For 4 gold each, roll me a.
I'll do the
persuasion.
70. I don't mind doing the 75 just for one of them and then full price for the other. But I'll try it, I guess. I am very persuasive. That's okay. Again, I'm okay doing one.
Yeah,
I'm okay
for-
doing
for
19 gold.
For 19, you get 2 sets of fine clothes. One you can wear on
Perfect.
top of your armor, and one you can wear without armor.
Yeah, I don't. I've never been to like a fancy function or anything like that, but I might have to in the future. If you could check out something for me, I really don't know would be appropriate. Oh, I do also want to mention, Dowie will not be messing with you any further. I took care of that. He did, however, end up wanting to write you an apology letter. I have it if you want to read it. If not, just toss it in the trash.
Can I at this
Um,
point just walk in?
You can make your way here.
Okay.
I'm not going to add you to the scene yet, but I will let you
Yeah.
know when you get
All
here.
right.
That said, handing her the letter, she's gonna say, he seems sad and pathetic in kind of like a wet dog way.
No,
Can at
no,
least-
no,
It's
no.
like endearing if it wasn't so disappointing.
No, sweetheart. He's sad and pathetic in the way that a fish out of water is dropping around in a bucket of chum.
How old is Dowie?
Dowie's like 26.
Oh, he should know
About-ish.
better.
She's going to take the letter, go to open it, close it, and she'll open her coat pocket and slide it in and say, that'll be for a time when I'm feeling more vulnerable, but not for now.
Yeah, take it at your own pace. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, pick something out for me because I really do not know how to dress a parent.
I'm gonna roll you a percentage die. Laya, none of the dresses she picks out for you, you would feel comfortable wearing with how low cut they are. They're tailored to your size, but you have some features.
I don't like showing off below the clavicle. I find it like I personally just don't have that confidence.
And she's gonna say, "Oh, well, how about this?" She'll take a much more a much more professional look. It's sort of a like a very, very fancy courier's uniform. It's black pants, the edges of the pants and the linings of the pockets, and the buttons are all gilded white. And there is a jacket, just half jacket that goes with it, that goes on top of like whatever tunic you're wearing. All in all, it's a pretty nice looking pantsuit.
All right, yeah, buy in a pantsuit. Let's go. All right, yeah, I'll definitely take it. Immediately put it in my backpack and put back on my regular clothes.
Okay.
Do you accept rubies or is it only gold?
She's gonna say, well, Damn Alliance has been parked here for the last 2 weeks. Everybody's coming in trying to pay with rubies. Their ship's
It's
sank,
okay
but
if not.
I think they'll be around for a while. I'll take them.
All right, yeah.
Um,
And did I ever? I remember asking her a super long time ago what her Yandar was called, or whatever.
I hope I gave that to you because that is
That's me.
buried in very deep notes.
You didn't. You said you were going to. You never did. And if you don't have it right now, we can
She-
ignore it and move on.
I'll find it.
She is a part of Matira's Yandar.
Matiro.
No, that's not the name of the Yandar. That's the name of the character. And I promise I do have it.
Find it.
Yeah,
It's
if
on
you don't
these
have it-
cards over here, love.
I'm pretty
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I will get it to you in the future. Just remind me after the session where we're. Yeah. Just remind me after the session where we're hanging out.
Well then.
Otherwise, I am going to, while we're talking right now, I'm going to look through all of these cards.
Yeah. No. That's really what I wanted to do. Wanted to check on you, let you know he's not going to be a bother at any point in the future.
He's not dead, right? I mean, I saw the ship.
No, I just broke his legs.
Um, oh, she will, like, clap her hands over her mouth, suppressing a laugh, and say, "How'd you get past the goons he always has with him?"
I killed them. I just straight up, I did. I gave them the option to run. They refused. They died.
He's, or she's going to say, God, he's probably so sad somewhere right now. She slaps her face and says, "Be strong."
Look, he's a pathetic little man who cheated on you and is good for literally nothing. Like, the whole reason I did this for you was just because I didn't like the way he was treating you. Because I think young women often have issues valuing themselves properly. You're doing great, you have your own business, and you make excellent clothing. Why do you need a deadbeat like him?
She's gonna nod, patting her chest where she has the letter, and say, "I'm strong, I'm successful, and my shop is open again."
He was the motherfucker that tried to close it down. Don't forget what he did.
That's true. I think if you all are just going to be small talking with her, is there anything else you want to do here? Because we are getting close to our session end time.
No. Other than see if we can request magical weapons for our group members who do use weapons from the Galeator, because I know he offered that.
Okay.
I don't personally need one, but I think others might.
You all can leave and make your way back to Raster's palace. Dog Spring Road is one of the more populated parts of the town, as Farport is known for its port that gives it prominence, its ability to be in this calm bay facing the outer ocean. That said, you see all different types of people from all different Yandars and parts of the city, culminating and walking the pier. It's not long before Laya is pulled away from the party. Laya, as you are walking, a familiar beggar is going to stop you, pulling on your shirt and say, "Spare 3 silver." He rattles his coins. As you look down into the dish, Laya, it is a symbol, much like the one you bear.
Hearing that, I'll take 3 silvers out of my pocket, and then I'll hand him a note, basically confirming that I've gotten in good with Alarel, and I am part of their inner circle, and will be continuing to monitor throughout. And just tell him, this is a good recommendation if you ever need someplace. I know they tend to offer food for beggars. As I hand him the letter and the 3 silver.
He's going to gesture up the pier and say, "Those of good favor are eating tonight at or eating now at Galena's night. He nods to the tavern up the road that you all have been staying at. It says things have been getting more dangerous. Would be nice to eat inside sometime. This is what I'll use it for. Thank you.
You're welcome. I might be able to stay over tomorrow. I'm busy today.
Laya, roll me a insight check.
Yeah. Five.
There was a hidden message in what he just told you. It doesn't quite place in your mind. You can't quite put it together.
I picked up on it. I was like, you should go there tonight. I just can't.
Not tonight, but yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. Is it okay if we end there?
Yeah.
All right. We will pick up here next session.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Krishna. Your family's debt free.
Under new management.
There we go.
Management. I'm gonna give you and Aloe both 10 inspiration and
Okay.
fortune.
Okay.
And then also you all have a new party member.
Yes.
This group is currently at 5.
Yep.
I believe so.
Yeah, we are
how
currently
many
level 5.
milestones do you all have?
It's 6.
We
I don't-
we just leveled up last session. If
Oh
I
Yeah.
yeah, you did just level up.
We just loaded up after Dylan's alley.
I am going to give you all a milestone for joining Alorel's circle and picking a side in this chaotic next part of the campaign that we're going into. There are, I think, 5 different factions right now in Red Axe, all doing stuff, and you guys picked what I think's one of the coolest ones. So
Yeah. I have only been able to keep track of 3, so I feel I'm proud of myself for that.
yeah, there's a lot. I don't try and make you guys keep up with every part of the story, but yeah, it is a lot. I try and simplify it where I can, but
It's not your fault. It's my brain. I guess 4 if you count my people.
We will meet on the 27th of this month, or not of this month. Of this month.
Yeah, this month.
No.
And yeah, I will see you all then. Anybody watching on stream, you're welcome to come and hang out with us. Bye.
Bye.
Oh no. Hold on. No, stop.